Triathlons, I'm Trice, and in this video, you'll learn why Graham Stephan is winning at YouTube. 3 years ago, this man didn't even have a channel, and now his channel has over 1 million subscribers, and he's making over $100,000 a month. How did he do it? Well, I've broken it down watching all his videos because they are fabulous, and I've discovered he does these 3 specific tricks each and every time. If you watch all the way to the end of the video, you'll know how to do them too. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Tran. I saw his video on a very similar topic. It inspired me to throw in my 2 cents. So I left his in the description below. They're very different, so if you enjoyed this one, you'll definitely enjoy that one too. The first thing that Graham Stephan does is he works smarter. Seemingly from day one, he has known exactly what to focus on, almost like magic. You see, we all work, and we all can work pretty hard and still not get Graham Stephan results. So how is he working smarter? And there are 3 things that I've seen for him to streamline his process and make his work do the heavy lifting for him. The first thing that he does might sound so simple, but I did it wrong for months. When I started YouTube, everybody said, just do something that you're passionate about. You have to be unique, you have to stand out. And I'm like, well, I got that in spades. And I started uploading shift your vibration videos. Do you know what those are? Either does anybody else. Because they're impossible to search for. They're not yoga videos. Who does shift your vibration movement videos? No one. So when you first start, you have to be very specific and very niche. And Graham knew this like a baller from the get-go. Because if you type into Google search bar, how to find leads in real estate, he comes up. How to invest your first $1,000, he comes up. Investing in real estate 101, he comes up. All in the top searches. And this isn't coincidental. He did this on purpose. He picked a niche and went for it. Now, I don't know how you feel, but do you care about how to get leads in real estate? I don't. But he started with a core audience that did care about that and then expanded. The second thing he did to work smarter is he created a set. Not only does this save him massive amounts of time, but it does another very valuable thing for him. It talks for him. It brags about himself for him. And it sends these messages to the audience that he wants them to know. For example, he's a finance channel. And what does he have in the background? He has some flex. He has his Lotus car beautifully lit in the background, an expensive wristwatch on his wrist. But then he has this little sign on his desk. Is a nod to his sense of humor. All the way to the drawings behind him that make you think of adventure and going places and doing epic things. All these things gives Graham's audience what they're looking for. They're watching his videos because they want to learn about investing or how to be rich. And they want to do cool and epic things too. And they don't want to hear about it from an old, boring guy. They want to have some fun. And that is clearly conveyed in his set. The third way Graham Stephan works smarter is, my assumption is, he scraps perfection. Now his videos are awesome. I love them. I watch them from beginning to end. But he has put out 3 videos a week for almost 3 full years, never missing an upload. To do that, you can't be like, well, is this really good enough? I don't know. You have to always be shipping. He even had a video on how to stop being lazy because he didn't know what kind of video to film. And I watched it all the way through. And I really think this cannot be understated how big of a part of success this is. The other day, my computer literally exploded, and I had this, what I considered crappy film on my iPad, and I knew from watching Graham Stephan's success that I just had to upload it and buy a new computer as fast as possible. And Graham's second main superpower is he is relatable. He talks about his millions. He talks how he makes $163,000 a month, and you still love the guy. He does not come off like a douche. You're rooting him on. Now, how does he do this? There's 3 things that I noticed that he does that make him so relatable. First, he embraces his flaws. He says he's cheap, and usually cheap has like super negative connotations with it. But he embraces it and wears it like a badge of honor, so much that he has taken this negative or bad self-quality and turned it into like positive, something that you would hold on a pedestal, by talking about how he makes 20-cent iced coffees. He even did a video that lasted 15 minutes about how he makes his 20-cent iced coffee. And I, like probably millions of other people, happily watched the whole thing. And I really think it's because he takes something that somebody else would hide or shove under the rug, embraces it, and it makes you just want to love him all the more. The second reason why I think he's really relatable is he has captured this subconscious desire that most of us have. You see, most of us don't care about the frickin' private jet. Most of us don't need the big mansion down the street. We just want to go on some really nice vacations with our friends and family, not be worried and stressed about money, and have a good time when we're doing our work. And he is embodying this every man can be a rich man persona, just by the way he set up his set and letting his personality shine through. And lastly, the thing that makes him really relatable is he shares his failures. Of course, on YouTube, we always talk a lot about the success, but that makes a one-dimensional person. He shares his failures and pretty personal ones, like I didn't have any friends from 18 to 21. Can you imagine how painful that would be? It just makes you want to give him a hug, even though he's not in that position anymore. His worst financial mistakes, or how he deals with social anxiety. All these things endear us to him and make him really relatable. And of course, you can apply the same thing too, to whatever you're working on. The know-it-all in the room generally is the least liked. Doesn't make us feel human, even though they might be incredibly awesome. It's just nice to be around other mere mortals. And Graham's third superpower is the guy is frickin' entertaining. He is talking about money, which can be such a dusty, boring, dry subject that can make people's eyeballs just freeze over. But that's not how it is when watching a Graham Stephan show. No, you actually want to watch it. And I noticed he does 3 different things. One, he uses humor in such a good way. What he does, I don't know if he does it this way, but this is the way he seems to do it. He sits down and he goes, what's the most boring part of the show? Which is like, subscribe, sub, all this stuff. This is so boring, we all say it, but it's kind of boring. Graham has made this part so fun by making a game of it. Like he'll have a list and he'll say, the 3 ways we're gonna get rich, and 1, save all your money, and 2, smash the like button. And after watching his videos, you look for it. It's fun. It's like you're involved in playing a game with him. He has turned the like button into something that you want to do. Impressive. I mean, this guy is definitely, he gets some lemons and he makes lemonade kind of guy. He took all his hate comments and used them for an idea for a video. This is literally how I found his first video. And it was, am I gonna lose all my money? And the premise of the video starts off with all the hate comments from his supporters. Second way I think he makes it pretty entertaining is he talks at a 4th grade level. Because think about it, when you're watching YouTube videos, what do you wanna do? Veg out. Now maybe you wanna learn something or be inspired, but you don't wanna have to sit there, get your coffee and really focus. You want it to be easy and breezy, and he just makes it so easy to digest his information. And lastly, I don't think this could be undervalued. He films in 3 different locations. He has 3 little sets in his house. And this really keeps the audience interested. When I tried to just film in 2 locations, check out my analytics compared to the rest of all YouTube videos this length. It was high and above average the entire time. And although I liked this video, I didn't think it was my best baller video, but it's the first one where I moved and cut away to a 2nd location. And lastly, this is probably something that comes over time, but he has developed characters. It's a one-man show, but he has Mr. Iced Coffee. He has avocado toast that he always talks about. And these have almost become other characters in his show. Because if you read the comments in his comment thread, the top comments are always talking about avocado toast or 20-cent iced coffee. It really gives something for the audience to play with. It takes a little meditation, and I haven't found my way yet, but I really find that if you can create characters that your audience can play with, it makes it so much more entertaining. Graham, if you're watching, I wanted to do a big thank you. I really think you're helping the universe. You're talking about money so freely, so honestly, so openly. And this is the biggest handicap people have around money, is because people don't talk about it, so people don't know how to manage it or hold on to it or grow it. And you are doing the world a wonderful service, and people will be richer just because you exist. So thank you, my darling friend. And until next time, ciao.